Einstein said, "Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid." So how do we capture the genius of our children? Is formal education discovering geniuses or leaving them behind? And does formal education really teach our children the skills they'll need to make it in today's world? When you think of a glass of water, the glass is the context and the water is the content. In other words, the context delivers the content. Looking at formal education through this analogy, our current education model has been proven to be ineffective both in context as well as content. In its context, the delivery system of formal education is boring and drab. Children lined up in rows of desks being lectured by one teacher in the front of the room. There's no participation, only memorization, a model that has not been adapted in over 150 years for ease of access to information instantly today through things like Google and smartphones. And the content itself, most of it is unusable in the real world. Once you get past basic reading, writing, and arithmetic, the subjects taught do not effectively support our children. This content rarely translates into their careers and endeavors. If the current education model worked, our kids wouldn't spend 13 years in the system emerging without a clue of how to tackle the real world. Even worse, our children are having to take on big debts for college to continue learning a mostly useless curriculum. In order to save our children, we need to break the glass of education and start doing things differently both in context and content. There's an old Chinese proverb that says, "Tell me, I'll forget. Show me, I might remember. But involve me, I'll finally understand." What if we cast aside our current model and created a more effective model of education? Education that focuses on the experiential realm of learning, where we place our children in direct, inspiring experiences followed by focused reflections that increase useful knowledge, develop skills they can apply, clarify values that make all the difference, and develop a deep capacity for contribution. Effective education can be applied to real life with real results. This new school of thought is built on the principles of experiential learning. Unlike formal education, the context of effective education is dynamic opposed to boring, enduring instead of short-lived, and it inspires children to want to learn. And the content of effective education is built on 6 pillars that are proven to give our children the advantage, but are rarely focused on at school. Confidence mindset. Strong self-confidence and moral values can be developed with proper attention to help children find and fulfill their life's purpose within their own personal genius and be able to handle any obstacles they may face along the way. Entrepreneurial vision. Unlike broken schools trying to produce average kids and standardization, effective education encourages outside-the-box thinking, big dreams, and problem-solving skills for real-life issues. Financial empowerment. This teaches children the fundamentals of how money works and how to make smart financial decisions as part of a happy, fulfilling life. Conscious contribution. There is no better way for children to truly appreciate what they have, develop self-worth, and create gratitude than by actively helping those in need. Quality connection. The ability to have a positive connection to yourself and others is just as important as reading and arithmetic. And finally, energetic health. Unlike sedentary school settings, effective education regularly engages children in experiences that stress the importance of maintaining high energy through nutrition and exercise. A context for learning that is more inspiring based on content that truly delivers results. What if we focused on these new pillars of education and taught them through experience? What if children had roundtable discussions and masterminds instead of boring classroom lectures? What if parents got more involved in the education process? Could these changes give our children the advantage they deserve? We think so. We are Board Meetings International. We focus on effective education. Learn more about us at www.boardmeetings.com.